My father's voice cuts through the clinking of champagne glasses at our family dinner, and I feel my spoon freeze halfway to my mouth. I'm officially announcing that I'm leaving Hayes Industries to your brother, Marcus. The room tilts. My heart slams against my ribs so hard I can feel it in my throat. 4 years. 4 years of 80-hour weeks, of tripling profits, of building his failing company into an empire. My mother is smiling like this makes sense. Marcus is grinning like he won the lottery. My father looks at me with something close to pity and says the words that will cost him everything. Men understand business, Rebecca. You should focus on finding a husband. My fingers tighten around the fork until my knuckles go white. I have about 5 seconds before I do something I cannot take back. You won't believe what I did next. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let me know where you are listening from in the comments. My name is Rebecca Hayes, and I am 32 years old. For the past 4 years, I have been the operations manager at Hayes Industries, my father's company. When I joined, the business was drowning. 12 clients, barely breaking even, my father 1 bad quarter away from bankruptcy. I changed everything. I rebuilt client relationships from the ground up, personally courted new accounts, renegotiated contracts, streamlined operations. Under my management, we went from 12 clients to 34. Profits tripled. We became the success story everyone in our industry talked about. And tonight, at this upscale restaurant where we are supposedly celebrating those record profits, my father just announced he is handing it all to my younger brother. Marcus is 28. He works in marketing, barely. He takes 2-hour lunches, shows up late, leaves early, and coasts entirely on the family name. He has never closed a major deal, never stayed late to fix a crisis, never sacrificed a single weekend for the company. But he is a man, and apparently, that is all that matters. I try to speak, to present my case logically, to remind everyone in the room what I have built. My father cuts me off with a wave of his hand. This isn't a discussion, Rebecca. It's already decided. Marcus leans back in his chair, swirling his wine like he is in some movie about rich people. Well done for working like a workaholic all along, sis. I always told you it's all coming back to me. He laughs. My father chuckles along with him. My mother reaches across the table and pats my hand like I am a child who needs comforting. Honey, you are 32. Your biological clock is ticking. This is really for the best. You need to focus on your personal life. I pull my hand back. What about my role in the transition? I ask, keeping my voice steady even though I want to scream. My father does not even look at me when he answers. You can stay on as Marcus's assistant if you would like. Help him learn the ropes. Assistant. After everything I built, after saving his company from collapse, after 4 years of being the backbone of every success they are celebrating tonight. Assistant. I excuse myself to the bathroom. I need air. I need space. I need to think. I stand in front of the mirror, hands gripping the marble sink so hard my fingers ache. My reflection stares back at me, and I barely recognize the woman I see. When did I become someone who accepted being treated like this? Every late night flashes through my mind. Every canceled date because a client needed me. Every missed holiday because the company came first. I built relationships with those clients, personal relationships. I know their families, their concerns, their business fears. They trust me. Not the Hayes name, me. And that is when it hits me. The contracts are not with the company. They are with me. I walk back to the table completely composed. I pick up my wine glass, take a slow sip, and set it down carefully. I want to thank you all for this lovely dinner, I say. My father looks relieved, probably thinking I am accepting his decision. It's clarified something I've been wondering about for a while. Whether you actually valued my work or just my availability. I stand up and collect my bag. Marcus rolls his eyes. Don't be dramatic, Becca. You'll still have a job. I look at him, really look at him, and realize I feel nothing but pity. No, I say. I won't. The next morning, I arrive at the office at 6. The building is empty, silent. Just the hum of computers and the distant sound of the cleaning crew finishing their shift. I sit at my desk and draft my resignation letter. Effective immediately, I attach detailed documentation of every client relationship I have built, every contract I have negotiated, every success that has my fingerprints all over it. I note clearly that my personal rapport is the foundation of each major account. I email it to my father, copy HR and the entire board of directors, and then I start packing. Awards, client gifts, personal items, 4 years in boxes. My assistant Jennifer arrives at 7:30 and finds me almost finished. Her face goes pale. "Rebecca, what are you doing?" I look at her, this young woman I have mentored, who actually listens when I teach her things. They made their choice, Jen. Now I'm making mine. By 10 in the morning, my father is calling. I ignore the first 8 calls. When I finally answer, his voice is tight with panic. "Rebecca, let's not be hasty. We can discuss a different role for you." I almost laugh. "I don't need to discuss anything. You made yourself very clear last night." He tries the authority card. "You're being emotional. Think about your future." That is when I know he still does not understand. "I am thinking about my future, Dad. That's exactly what I'm doing." I hang up. Marcus texts me 10 minutes later. "Really? You're throwing a tantrum? Grow up." I block his number and feel lighter than I have in years. I spend the rest of the day making phone calls. Not to clients yet. I am smarter than that. I just listen, feel out the landscape, call in favors from contacts across the industry. I reach out to 3 employees I have mentored over the years, people I know are talented and undervalued. By evening, I have coffee meetings scheduled with my 6 biggest clients. I tell them nothing specific, just ask a simple question. "Can we talk about your contract renewal?" Every single one agrees immediately. One of them, David Morrison from Morrison Tech, says something that confirms what I already suspected. "Rebecca, I'll be honest with you. You're the only reason we stayed with Hayes Industries." I smile as I hang up the phone. My father wanted to push me aside, to make me small, to reduce me to someone's assistant. He thought I would accept it because I always had before, but he forgot something important. I was not just working for him all these years. I was building my own foundation, and now I am going to show him exactly what happens when you underestimate the person who built your empire. Over the next 72 hours, I meet with every single one of my major clients. I am careful, professional, never once bad-mouthing Hayes Industries. I simply tell them the truth. I am no longer with the company. Their reactions tell me everything I need to know. David Morrison from Morrison Tech leans forward across the coffee shop table, concern all over his face. "Rebecca, our entire contract was built on your relationship management. You saved our account 3 times in 2 years." Sarah Chen from Stellar Manufacturing is even more direct. "We're not staying without you. You're the only person there who actually understands our needs." One by one, each client pulls out their contract and reviews the language. 5 of the 6 have clauses tied to current operational leadership. The 6th is a personal services agreement that I negotiated myself, and it is tied directly to me by name. They are not contracts with Hayes Industries. They are contracts with me that happen to go through Hayes Industries. There is a difference, and my father is about to learn it the hard way. On day 3 after my resignation, my father's phone starts ringing. Morrison Tech pulls their contract first. $2.3 million in annual revenue gone. Stellar Manufacturing follows within the hour. $1.8 million vanished. By the end of the day, 4 more clients have called to terminate their agreements. I know this because David Morrison texts me after his call. "Your father sounded desperate. Kept asking what you said to me. I told him the truth. You didn't say anything. You just weren't there anymore. The total loss is $8.7 million in annual revenue. In 3 days, I have dismantled a third of the company's income without saying a single negative word about them. My father calls me that evening. I almost don't answer, but I want to hear his voice. I want to hear him realize what he has done. What did you say to them? He demands. No greeting. No pretense. Nothing, Dad. I told them I was no longer with the company. His voice rises. You poisoned them against us. You sabotaged your own family. I stay calm, cold even. No, Dad, I was the only thing keeping them there. You just never bothered to notice. Meanwhile, Marcus officially takes over. I hear about his first week through Jennifer, who texts me updates like she is reporting from a war zone. He misses a major client meeting because he overslept. He sends out a proposal with completely wrong pricing because he did not bother reading my transition notes. He insults a client's assistant, not understanding that respect flows through every level of a business relationship. The remaining clients start asking for me. Where's Rebecca? Can we speak to her? Marcus tells them he is running things now and asks what he can do for them. They say they will call back. They never do. While my father's company is hemorrhaging, I am building. I file paperwork for my own LLC, Hayes Consulting Group. I choose the name deliberately, similar enough to create confusion, different enough to be legally distinct. I secure startup funding through my network in 48 hours. I rent office space in a building 2 blocks from my father's company, 3 floors higher, better views. Then I start hiring. I go after the best people from Hayes Industries. Jennifer, my former assistant, is my first call. I offer her 20% more than she is making and an equity stake in the company. She accepts, before I finish the sentence. Thomas from sales, Elena from operations. I take the people who actually did the work while Marcus took credit. All 3 accept within 24 hours. Word spreads fast in a small industry. More employees reach out to me. I am selective, taking only the people who share my vision and work ethic. Within 2 weeks, I have hired 8 key people. My father's company is not just losing clients anymore. It is losing the talent that made those client relationships possible. My firm launched officially 6 weeks after I walked out of that family dinner. My 6 former clients become my founding accounts. I sign them at rates 15% lower than Hayes Industries charged, but with better service terms and faster response times. I can afford the lower rates because I don't have dead weight on payroll, no nepotism positions, no one coasting on a family name, just competent people doing excellent work. 3 additional clients sign with me in the first month. Companies that heard about me through word of mouth. The business community is small, and reputation travels fast. Hayes Industries, meanwhile, is in free fall. 2 months after I left, their revenue is down 64%. Marcus has lost 2 more clients through sheer incompetence. One asked for a contract revision, and he sent them a termination notice by mistake. Staff morale is destroyed. My father is working 16-hour days trying to salvage what is left, doing the work I used to do, realizing too late that I was the engine and Marcus was just along for the ride. The board calls an emergency meeting. The options on the table are brutal. Massive layoffs, sell the company for parts, or find a miracle. That is when my father starts trying to reach me again. Calls, emails, messages through mutual contacts. I ignore all of it. Then, one afternoon, my receptionist buzzes my office. Ms. Hayes, there's a Richard Hayes in the lobby. He doesn't have an appointment but says it's urgent. I look out my floor-to-ceiling windows at the city below, at the empire I have built in 90 days. I consider turning him away, making him feel what it is like to be dismissed. But I want to see his face. I want to watch him ask for help from the daughter he said should focus on finding a husband. Send him up. I say, and hold all my calls. My father walks into my office and I see it immediately. The defeat in his shoulders, the exhaustion in his eyes, the way he takes in my success and realizes what he threw away. I am on a call when he arrives, and I make him wait. It is a power move, and we both know it. When I finally hang up, I gesture to the chair across from my desk. I do not offer coffee. I do not smile. You have 15 minutes. He clears his throat, uncomfortable in a way I have never seen him. Rebecca, we need to talk about what's happening to the company. I lean back in my chair. What's happening is you're losing everything you built. Or rather, everything I built for you. He flinches but pushes forward. It's still your legacy. Our family legacy. I laugh, sharp and cold. It stopped being mine the moment you gave it to Marcus. He tries different approaches. Family loyalty, our history together, the years I put in. None of it lands because we both know the truth. He does not want reconciliation. He wants rescue. Finally, he says what he came to say. I'm here to propose a merger. He slides a folder across my desk. Hayes Industries merges with Hayes Consulting Group. You become CEO. Marcus steps aside. I retire. I do not touch the folder. What's the equity split? He swallows hard. 60-40. You get the 60%. I laugh again, and this time there is genuine amusement in it. You want me to save the company you said I wasn't capable of running? The company you told me to leave so I could find a husband? The door bursts open and Marcus storms in, clearly uninvited. Dad, what are you doing? We don't need her. I press the button on my desk. Security. Marcus turns to me, red-faced and furious. You can't kick me out. I meet his eyes without blinking. This is my building. I absolutely can. 2 security guards appear in the doorway. My father stands, his voice sharp with authority for the first time today. Marcus, leave, now. I see the moment Marcus realizes his father is choosing me. This is insane. I'm your son. My father's voice breaks, and she's my daughter, the one who actually built something. Marcus is escorted out, shouting threats that mean nothing. When the door closes, silence fills the room. My father sits back down heavily. Why now, Dad? What changed? He looks older than I have ever seen him. I'm losing everything. The house is mortgaged. Investors are pulling out. I have maybe 60 days before bankruptcy. He meets my eyes. I was a fool. I let my outdated ideas destroy something valuable. Not the company. You. My relationship with you. For the first time, I see genuine remorse. But remorse does not undo damage. I'm not interested in a merger, I say. His face falls. But I am interested in an acquisition. I slide my own folder across the desk. Hayes Consulting Group acquires Hayes Industries for $1. I assume all debts, keep the clients I want, liquidate the rest. You get nothing. Marcus gets nothing. Those are my terms. He stares at the document like it is a death sentence. This will destroy us financially. I lean forward. Like you destroyed me professionally? I'm offering you something you didn't offer me. A way out. You can walk away and start over. You're only 58. Or you can refuse. Go bankrupt and lose everything anyway, including your dignity. He sits in silence, understanding he has no leverage. If I sign this, can we ever? He cannot finish the sentence. Have a relationship? I finish for him. I don't know, Dad. But I know we can't have one built on you dismissing my worth. You need to understand what you did. Tears fill his eyes. I do now. Too late. But I do. I call my lawyer in. The papers are prepared and signed within 15 minutes. My father's hand shakes as he writes his name, transferring his life's work to me for $1. When he stands to leave, he pauses at the door. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you. I do not look up from my desk. I don't need your pride anymore, Dad. I have my own. 6 months later, my company is valued at $42 million. I am featured in Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Harvard Business Review. My mother reaches out asking to meet. We have coffee. She apologizes. I accept it, but forgiveness takes time. There is no easy reconciliation, just a beginning. But as they say, blood is thicker than water. I never missed sending them a reasonable allowance monthly, more than they could ever need. After all, they are still my parents. I ran into Marcus at a networking event. He is working entry-level for a competitor. His colleague recognizes me. Wait, you're the Rebecca Hayes? I read your case study in business school. Marcus walks away. I feel nothing. Not satisfaction, not anger. Just the quiet confidence of knowing I proved every doubter wrong. My father calls occasionally now, asking for business advice for a venture he is starting. I do my best to attend to him when I can. Thanks for listening to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about people who refuse to accept being underestimated. Let me know in the comments, would you have saved your father's company or let it fall?